Hello, I'm Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, having health insurance from a hometown company is helpful and healthful. We'll explain how everyone benefits. Then, are you ready for spring cleaning? Make this the season to tidy up your teeth, too. We'll prescribe healthy news every woman can use. Plus, we'll make ourselves at home while holding court. And do you have to change your legal documents after your daughter gets married and changes her name?
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. It's always nice to be appreciated. And when that appreciation also helps your business's bottom line, you really appreciate being appreciated. Well, now there's a unique program that takes the idea of paying it forward and puts it into action. And Don Olson's here to tell us all about it. Don's the Director of Corporate Communications for Medical Mutual of Ohio. Thanks for joining us, Don.
Great to be here, Armin.
The program, Mutual Appreciation. I would appreciate it if you would tell our audience what it's all about.
Well, it's a customer loyalty program. We understand that at Medical Mutual, we're really nothing without our customers. So we were thinking, how can we show our appreciation to our customers? So we have 2,600 employees in the greater Cleveland area, and we thought, what if we can put their buying power towards our customers? So as a way to say thank you to our customers for doing business with us, we thought this would be a great idea to incent our employees to do their shopping, their retail purchasing at Medical Mutual customers.
So you encourage your Medical Mutual employees, people who answer the phones and help us with the insurance questions that we have, all the things that that you all do for the community and for customers, and you suggest to them, look, we're working with such and such a business, they're buying insurance. Why don't you, if you can, help patronize them? Is that the way it works?
That's exactly the way it works. We have some 33,000 group customers. So not all of them sell retail products and services. For instance, it's kind of hard to patronize a pesticides wholesale dealer. So, right. There are the grocery stores, the jewelry stores, the cable companies. So we have a list, a database of our customers listed by category, where our employees can go on our company intranet, look up a customer. Say you're in the market for a car. We'll just look up who are our auto dealers, and then if they find one around your house, find one that's got a good deal going, but just send your business to our customers.
So that's the way it works. That's how they would know, is going on the website, and there's a list of the various companies that would be good to patronize.
Right. They can look them up. They can do a GPS search on where they're located, get directions from either the company's facility where they work, because we have facilities all over the greater Cleveland area. And so they can look up a customer, get directions to a customer from the company intranet, or they can go on a secured website, or they can even look it up on their smartphone if they want to. If they're in the area, I want lunch in Strongsville, where's our customers? And they can look it up on their smartphone.
This is a good program for Northeast Ohio because the money generally is staying right here in Northeast Ohio. Isn't that right?
We're headquartered right here in downtown Cleveland. We have facilities in Beechwood, Strongsville. We're also in Toledo. We're statewide. But, wherever our customers are, wherever our employees are, we encourage them to do business with our customers.
This is a little bit like, in the legislature, we sometimes talk about Buy Ohio type programs to try to keep the money in Ohio. Here, you're doing it just yourself right here in Northeast Ohio.
An overwhelming majority of our customers are Ohio, our Cleveland, our Toledo, Columbus businesses, Cincinnati, Dayton.
How do you incentivize, other than suggest to your employees, how do you incentivize them?
We take a list of the purchases per month. We have a database, I can see those. We give away 12 prizes, gift cards. It could be a bank gift card. It could be a gift card to a grocery store.
To your employees.
And you can bet the gift cards are our customers. And we give out 12 of those a month. And then we have special promotions. We just had a bank fair where we invited all of our banking customers into our buildings to sell their wares to our employees. So, refinancing is pretty cheap right now, so they could just shop right there in our cafeteria.
Well, it's great that we have Medical Mutual right here in Northeast Ohio. And I'm thrilled that you're actually promoting business generally in Northeast Ohio.
And
Thank you very much.
It's not only with our employees, but our company buys a lot too, and we buy from our customers.
Great. Thanks, Don. Thanks for
welcome.
coming out.
Thank you.
With the Mutual Appreciation Program, it turns out that where you buy your health insurance could make a difference in the health of your own business and our entire community. To find out more, use the information that's coming up next. My deepest appreciation to Don Olson for joining us today.
Learn more about Medical Mutual of Ohio by visiting their website, www.medmutual.com. Next, why cleaning will make you smile. But first, riddle me this. What is the real name of Batman's evil enemy, the Riddler? Stay tuned to this same Bat channel, and we'll resolve this riddle right away when we return.
Do you suffer from excruciating leg or foot pain? Do you have numbness, tingling, burning, or the feeling of pins and needles in your legs or feet? Have you been told you have to live with neuropathy pain? If so, pick up the phone now and call 440-248-5070 because real help has finally arrived. Stop suffering needlessly with debilitating foot or leg pain and call Soul and Spine and Wellness Center today. 440-248-5070.
Holy nickname, Batman! That questioning criminal from Gotham? We've got him. The Riddler's real name is Edward Nygma, a.k.a. Enigma. No wonder Batman and Robin found him so hard to figure out.
It's officially spring, and that means it's time for more green outside and more clean inside. Spring may spur you to make your home sparkle, but dentist Steve Marsh has a different way to sink your teeth into clearing away clutter. He's here with pointers on how to polish your pearly whites. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Thanks for that introduction.
Anytime. So, while there are things we can do at home to keep our home and teeth tidy, every now and then we need a professional to come in and clean up, right?
Right. You know, one of the things that happens is you can do just so much at home. In the same way you might bring your car in when you have the winter salt in Cleveland and you need to take it off. Same way a professional, a dental hygienist, can actually take off some of the deposits, whether they're stains or hard deposits like tartar. They have a number of instruments very different than we have at home. In my own office, this is an ultrasonic scaler, and it's usually connected to a cord, and it will actually move away that tartar. It'll actually sort of just bump it right off the tooth. It keeps the teeth cleaner. And tartar is actually a mineral deposit that's in the saliva.
You can't do that yourself at home?
Well, you can try with a toothpick or something, but it's really unsuccessful.
All right. We were talking about
stains.
Now, tartar, what's that?
Well, tartar is that hard deposit.
Okay,
that's what we use it for.
talking about?
But people who drink red wine can get stained coffee and that sort of thing. The hygienist has a polisher that'll take that off. This is a patient who came in to us, and actually we have those pictures reversed, Armand. But that's somebody who has stain, you can see on the right. And again, that can be from coffee, it can be from cigarettes, red wine.
I was going to say, it looks like you made them darker.
Well, that's because they were loaded up incorrectly. But and here's, we talked about tartar. Now on the left, this is very definitely correct. You can see the tartar, that's that deposit. Again, it's a mineral in your saliva that keeps coming out all the time your saliva flows. And you can see after Amy in our office has cleaned those teeth, it almost looks like they've separated, but in fact all it was she's removed some of that tartar, and that can be a problem. So you can see how much more you can do in a dental office.
How many times a year should somebody come in for a professional work as opposed to just
we usually
themselves?
say 2 to 3 times a year. It's even more important the less teeth you have, the older you are, because you want to maintain that which you still have.
All right, so you showed us one instrument. What other things are available?
Well, let's talk about things at home. One is the ultrasonic toothbrush. Makes that noise, but the best part is it cleans debris off very well. It's especially good for people who are older, who may have arthritis, who may have trouble moving a toothbrush around in the mouth. This will do it for them.
Great.
Another thing, we have this little floss threader. Now, floss is sometimes hard to do as one matures with arthritis, that sort of thing. These can go between the teeth, and it'll actually take away any debris.
Okay.
What also happens, Armin, as we mature is our teeth start to separate, and that's where a proxy brush, this is a brush that can go in between the teeth, where there's separation. You can actually see
So
it
it's
go
like a
in.
little, almost looks like a toothpick with a brush at the end.
Absolutely, it does a very good job.
And why are dentists so focused on flossing?
Well, because it's the only way you can get the food out between teeth. Now here's a patient, Armin, that has had a lot of stain. You can see that on the left. On the right, if you focus on the lower teeth, again, that's after the tartar's been removed, we've polished them. Now the patient also wanted some white teeth in the top, and so we did porcelain veneers there. Those are very beautiful, whiter veneers, and our hygienist polishes it with a very special polish to get away all that stain.
Great.
Here's another patient that cleaned her teeth very well, but over the years they had darkened. You can see they were had been worn, and she said, "Steve, what can we do? I'm also getting more food packed in." So again, we did 10 porcelain veneers, we did some crowns, we closed the space. So as a dentist, we were able to close the space, less debris got in, and now she comes in 3 times a year to get her teeth clean, polished. Again, we use a special polish.
It's beautiful what you can do, and when you put the pictures up right, it really shows it up well.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Follow Steve's advice and you'll spring into spring with a sparkling smile. My thanks to Steve Marsh for springing this information on us today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, how to be healthy from the top of your hairdo to the tips of your painted toes. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. At Kent State University Museum, it's Fandemonium. You just might want to join the fan club when you see how these must-have accessories can be both functional and fashionable. The museum has put out a fantastic spread. Call 330-672-3450 or visit www.kent.edu/museum for facts on this fanciful exhibit.
Women and weight, females and food, these can be touchy topics, but Dr. Leanne Chrisman says they are at the heart of women's health. Dr. Chrisman's with the Department of Family Medicine and Metro Health, and she's here to dish up some appealing advice to further your physical fitness. Thanks for joining us today, Doctor. So, there's a great event coming up in just a few weeks, April 13th, the Every Woman event, and there's going to be a full menu of information on women's health topics. Could you whet our viewers' appetites by sharing a few of the facts that might come up at this event?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's no surprise or no mystery that obesity is a huge problem, an epidemic in America. And certainly for women, that obesity puts us at risk for some really serious health conditions, specifically heart disease, which many women don't realize that's going to kill half of us. 50% will die of heart disease. But it puts us at risk for other serious women's health conditions, breast cancer, colon cancer, osteoporosis. So some real, some worrisome things. And of course, there's health problems like diabetes that can have other really bad side effects.
Now, you know, we've focused on weight, and it seems harder and harder to keep our weight in check as we get older, and that's male or female, right?
It's true, but I think it's really harder for women in many ways. There's hormonal changes that happen. I think there's a psychological factor of people think, I'm the old matronly grandma, the auntie, it's okay for me to be a little overweight. But the problem is that really does not only put us at risk for disease, but may take away some of our vitality and our ability to enjoy the activities that we like. It certainly worsens our knees and our hips and our shoulders and being physically active, so it can take away a lot of our life.
Lifestyle changes, though,
Absolutely.
can be very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
It is not easy, but I think we get really focused on trying to take and do the whole thing as one big wheel of cheese, take the whole bite, and that can be pretty distasteful. So what I try to say is what we need to do is start with really teeny changes, small changes, because over time those can give us a piece of that big wheel of cheese. Things like parking a little further away from your destination and walking in briskly, or changing, adding more. It's always easier to add things than take things away.
Right.
So add things like more fruits and vegetables that are raw to help us, replace some of the fatty, more high-calorie foods. 100 calories a day, 50 days, you can lose about 5 pounds. That may not seem over, 50 days, right? So in a year,
pretty good.
5 to 7 pounds. So instead of gaining 5 to 7 every year, You could lose 5 to 7 every year by getting rid of those 100 calories a day.
And you're going to have somebody at this health fair, this women's event on the 13th, that actually is living proof that this can be done. Tell us about that.
Kind of a local celebrity chef. Our own Rocco Whalen, who's from Fahrenheit, is one of my patients, which I can now say because it's been on The Fat Chef. And Rocco really embraced this even before that and was working on those little changes. Not only did he change his own life, and he has a really inspirational story to share, but he's changed his restaurant. He's actually got the Fair and Light menu now, where he's making things taste good and be healthier for you.
And he'll be at this event, and he can tell us.
He will. He's going to be there to inspire us.
So give us the details of the event, date, time, place.
Okay, so it's April 13th from 8 to 1:30 at the Marriott Cleveland Airport, and you want to register by April 1st because you can save $5 off the registration, which is $20.
Great, and that should be 8 o'clock that it starts, so people can get out
Yeah,
there.
8 o'clock to 1:30.
And get an extra half an hour based on what we put up there. Thank you so much. Great information, and I encourage people to come out.
My pleasure.
Take a step in the right direction for a healthier you. Follow Dr. Chrisman's advice and be sure to register for Metro Health's Every Woman event. Bring a friend. We have more information coming up. My thanks to Dr. Chrisman for a healthy dose of sensible suggestions.
For more information or to register for Metro Health's Every Woman Health event taking place Saturday, April 13th, call 216-778-1220 or log on to www.metrohealth.org/everywoman. Next, make yourself at home. It's time to get up and go. An exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, my name is Mike Carbon for Breakout Fitness, and today we are going to do bicep curls to work the biceps on the front of our arms. This is a great exercise because it's going to give us nice strong arms, which will help us pick up boxes and heavy objects a little easier. All right, we got our exercise bands today. We are going to place the exercise band directly below our feet. We want our hips and our knees at about a 90-degree angle. We're going to keep our posture and slowly curl our fists up, pointing our palms towards the ceiling and come right back down. Slow and controlled movements. Remember to breathe. How's that feel, Armand?
Oh, it feels good. I think mine's a little shorter than yours.
Full range of motion, buddy. All the way up, all the way down. 12 to 15 repetitions, 2 to 3 times a week. And now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
You've noticed that mom has gone from confusing you with your siblings to forgetting who you are. Or you discover dad, who used to be a human GPS, has repeatedly lost his way running normal errands. You can't deny it any longer. Their memory loss has reached a critical point. So what's the next step? Erin Fenning is the executive director of Arden Courts, and she's here to share ways to reconnect. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So there comes a time when a loved one with Alzheimer's needs more care than we can give. Where should we look for help?
You know, I encourage families to look for a dementia-specific assisted living or dementia-specific care, because there is a difference. In a dementia-specific facility or community, we're going to be initiating for people that can no longer initiate, including them in their daily living through activities, lifestyle programming, allowing them to be as independent as they can instead of being isolated sometimes in their own apartment or in their own area of a facility.
So they go to some place that has specialized dementia care. Part of that is engaging someone with severe memory loss. How do you do that?
At Arden Courts, we provide 4 different levels of programming. We have programming from the beginning stage of the disease process through the end stages. And not everyone likes to join groups, so we may do individualized programming with them, sweeping, setting tables, clearing tables, giving them purposeful things, meaningful living still.
And you're matching them, I understand, to their own past experience, their skills, so that it is easier to do and they can pursue it.
Correct. We want
better?
them to be successful in their environment, do things that they're good at, that they know, not quizzing them, not making them feel like they can't anymore. So through our engagement therapy treatment program, we match them with people that are at their same level. We get interests that they all have together. It's like a classroom-like setting, so they're still feeling they're part of something that they're benefiting from.
So you have treatment for people individually, but then you also do like group work.
Our lifestyle programming includes everyone. It's from music, concerts, parties, different seasonal things that the families can join in, because families sometimes have a hard time visiting. Through the end stage of our life, the end stage of our journey, we provide Namaste Care, which is a new program for us.
I saw that. Tell me what that's about.
You know, this is an amazing thing, Armand. People at the end stage can no longer answer trivia questions or dance or participate in sometimes the easiest thing. So we've created an opportunity for the staff to perform one-on-one tasks with them, from hand massages to aromatherapies to sitting with them reading books that they loved in their past, to digging a little deeper to find out what their life was about. Namaste means to honor the spirit within, and that's our goal through the end of their journey, providing comfort and love.
So there's all these different, levels of Alzheimer's. It progresses, and the treatment that you would provide also progresses along with them, basically. So while this is great information, it's a lot for us to remember. You're having programs on this. Tell us about that.
We are having 4 seminars coming up in 4 locations. There are 4 Arden Courts in the country, or in Cleveland, that will be having seminars from April 8th through the 10th. I believe you have that information, so they can call the 1-800 number provided or go to our website to register. This program will offer people opportunities to engage their loved ones at home and also learn more about what we do at Arden Courts.
And is there a fee to
There
participate?
is not. This is a free educational seminar, and even if anybody were to need help or assistance, we'd be glad to help them with education.
Free is good.
Yes.
And it's obviously Arden Courts has been around a long time, is providing great care for people. Thank you very much. Witnessing memory loss in someone you care about and care for, it's heartbreaking, but there are ways for you to help your loved one continue to experience and enjoy life. Follow Erin's advice and be sure to attend one of her free seminars. We're going to share that phone number again right now.
Find out more by calling Arden Courts at 800-478-2410 or click to www.arden-courts.com. Next, will your daughter's marriage cost you money to change your legal documents?
They haven't been inducted to a Hall of Fame. They don't get stopped for autographs or photos. They don't have entourages or shoe deals. But they still deserve our applause and admiration because they are fighters, believers, heroes. We are the Metro Health System. We are the proud sponsor of the comeback.
Did you miss a phone number or a website? Here's your second chance, because we're going to list all that information again. Then we'll be back to tell you if your daughter's wedding vows means you have to vow to change your will and more. Your daughter just got married. Hooray! Her name just changed from Mary Smith to Mary Franklin. But wait a minute, does that mean you have to go see the lawyer and spend money to change all your legal documents? Here with the answer is my law partner, whose name is still Mike Solomon. Thanks for joining us, Mike. The will, the trust, powers of attorney, living wills, they all have your daughter's former name listed on it. Do you now have to rush out and go to the lawyer and change all your legal documents?
No, not really. Let's say you've named your daughter Mary Smith the executrix, or you've named her a beneficiary of your trust. Just because she's changed her name, it doesn't mean she's not legally the beneficiary. Just the same if she changes her address. You don't have to change her documents. It's still her.
All right, so then we don't have to worry at all about a name change?
Well, I didn't say that. What you should do is when you make a major change in your documents, that's the time to go ahead and make the change in name and address that may have happened.
Why?
Well, if your daughter, let's say Mary Smith, is a beneficiary of your trust or the trustee, and she's changed her name to Mary Franklin, you pass away, she goes to the brokerage account or the broker or the bank and tries to show that she's the trustee or the beneficiary, they're going to have a little bit of trouble to identify her. It's going to be a little bit of a hassle. This way it'll move more smoothly if her name matches her driver's license and all her other identification.
So if she goes to the bank and her driver's license says Mary Franklin and the document says Mary Smith, it still will be her. It's just a matter of proving it.
It's going to take some time and hassle, and sometimes you don't want that in that situation.
Are there any documents you have to change immediately if your daughter changes her name?
Yes, I would always, as soon as possible, change the financial power of attorney and healthcare power, living will, those sort of documents, because those you may need in an emergency. You may have to give some medical decisions, make those an emergency, or pay some bills in an emergency situation. And if you have to prove that you're the person in that document, if you have to prove that Mary Smith is now Mary Franklin, it's going to slow things down and make it very difficult. So you want to change those as soon as you can.
So the most important, most urgent, financial power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will.
That's right. That's
very good. Good information. Thanks, Mike. I know a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. When your daughter says, I do, you don't have to run out immediately to change her name in your will or your trust. But you do need to change the financial and health durable powers of attorney to avoid delays and hassles in the future. And another thing you should do, call Mike Solomon if you have any questions. We'll be right back.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, should you roll over or sit and stay? We'll give you the 411 on your 401k. Then we'll pour, that's P-O-R-E, over the clues that your skin provides to determine whether you need a dermatology diagnosis. Need access to your Social Security account? The key is at your fingertips. Plus, we'll help spring blossom right in your own home. All this and more next week. Please join us on Golden Opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.